Thank you for listening to The Red View, analysis, opinions and general idiocy from Manchester United supporters. Right, should we get going?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, let's do this. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of The Red View, where each week we will be reviewing and discussing everything related to Manchester United. Giving their red-tinted and beer-goggled opinion this week is sports coach Paul Costello.
Hello.
Local footballer Sam Evans.
Hello.
And your presenter-in-chief, John Watson. As always tonight, we'll be reviewing United's last games, discussing the latest club news, giving our predictions for the next game, as well as some bonus features to keep you awake. So make sure you follow us on Twitter at @the_red_view, where you'll find a link to our podcast on SoundCloud and YouTube. You can also like the Red View Facebook page. So I've said good evening to the panel. Let's get on with this. Got lots to get through. Let's start by looking at United's capitulation, unfortunately, against Arsenal before the international break, where 2 goals from Alexis Sanchez and 1 from Mesut Ozil confirmed a miserable day out for the Reds as they recorded their second loss of the campaign. I'm going to go to you, Sam, unfortunately. What on earth went wrong?
Oh, where to begin? First and foremost, well, we didn't come out of the changing rooms, did we? We were still in the changing rooms for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Arsenal right at us straight away. We just couldn't handle it. I think Van Gaal has to take some of the slack as well, because I think he got it all wrong, in my opinion. It looked to me like he'd asked Schweinsteiger to man-mark Cazorla, and it just left acres in front of our defence for their 3 attacking mids. He ran wild.
He was running about like a headless chicken, wasn't he?
I mean, it basically left Carrick to cover in front of the defence, and when he went to one side of the pitch, they moved the ball to the other, and Ozil and Sanchez had a field day, didn't they?
They did.
And you can't give them 2 players that much room. We never really got into the game. We got the ball more, but every time Arsenal had the ball, they looked like scoring, unfortunately.
They took the chance as well, didn't they? We were extremely poor, but they just seemed really up for it, didn't they? They came out the blocks.
They wanted it more than we did.
They really did. I mean, Paul, 3 goals in 19 minutes. What's your take on it?
Yeah, 3 goals in 90 minutes is just horrendous, isn't it? I think that if you concede an early goal, like a goal within the first 5 minutes, you've got to just keep it. I mean, it sounds simple, but you've got to just keep it tight for the next half an hour and not concede another. But to concede a second and then a third after, I mean, it was good finishing from Arsenal, to be fair. I completely agree, they did seem more up for it. But to go 3 goals down was it was the end of the game before half time, which was unfortunate, because I thought that could have been a really good game for us.
We basically left Sanchez and Ozil 1-on-1 with our fullbacks with no cover. Memphis, I don't even think he was there, was he?
No.
Didn't see. He was dragged off at half time, from what I remember.
Who did we start with the fullbacks? Was it
Young?
Yeah. They both had bad games.
Yeah. And I just think, you put them 2 against any fullbacks in the league 1-on-1, and they're probably going to tear them to shreds, and they did.
Yeah.
Just couldn't handle it.
I think Young had a bad day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Memphis, for me, last couple of weeks, it's been very disappointing.
Well,
He's not pushed on at all.
He scored, didn't he? He scored against Sunderland, but I mean that was a gimme of a game, wasn't it? The Sunderland game, but yeah, he's looked good in Europe, Memphis, but he's just not quite got up to speed with the league for whatever reason.
I noticed that on Sky Sports that Van Gaal had quite a strong opinion on it. Really, he seemed to be suggesting that if Memphis didn't pull his finger out, he might be going the same way as Falcao and Di Maria, which is a bit of a concern. But I think I'd still give him some more time, but he has been alarmingly poor in the last few weeks.
At the end of the day, he's like 21.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's true.
It's like Di Maria, Falcao, both probably 28, both of them.
Yeah,
brought in at the peak of their careers to do good things, and neither of them performed. I mean, he's got 7 years on. He's got ages, so I'm confident he will come good, and he has done it in flashes. But it's just not consistent at all. But I mean, something I thought. I said in the last podcast, after going to the Wolfsburg game, I thought we looked really slow and fatigued. I think Gary Neville was saying, was it shouldn't be an excuse at this stage of the season, but I think those 6 games in 18 days, I genuinely think they took the toll. I mean, at the end of that Wolfsburg game, we were winning, but we were just hanging on, and Martial looked tired, and Rooney was just walking about as he does often. But
it was infuriating to watch against Arsenal. Rooney, just
awful, wasn't he?
Yeah, I can't recollect him having a good touch of the ball or a good pass.
He is a slug. He's a genuine slug at the minute.
Yeah.
He
just didn't look at it.
That's what happens when you sign someone up for $300,000 a week on a long-term contract. They seem to slug up a little bit.
Absolute slug. Anyway,
if there was a plus point though, Martial,
I
thought made Mertesacker look a bit of a fool now and again.
Missed a good chance there, didn't he? It was 1-on-1.
Yeah, but it was a snapshot, wasn't it?
It's a cliche to say, but you have that chance on 44 minutes.
If
that goes in at 3-1 half time, momentum's then with United.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because Arsenal, every time they got the ball, they look like they're going to score.
Yeah.
I just think it would have been a consolation.
Damage was done the first 20 minutes. But
Ramsey missed an easy one as well. It could have been worse, couldn't it? Yeah. So, moving on to man of the match, I don't think we can give it United player, can we?
Absolutely not.
I don't think we can. I'm not going to give it Martial, so does it just go to Alexis?
Yeah, probably.
Ozil, I thought it was very good.
Usually,
one of them two.
Usually, when United lose, you can give man of the match to De Gea, but 3-0, I think maybe we can't.
I think we're pushing it, aren't we? Right, maybe Ozil or Alexis, they can share it. That's fine. Okay, so after the international break, things got better for United. Like last time, we lost to Swansea, came back and thrashed Liverpool. Happened again. So we travelled to Goodison Park. Amazingly, a place United have only recorded 1 win in 7 games. Wow! Can you believe that?
I can't, John.
No, I actually couldn't. I had to Google it 6 times. But a spirited performance by the Reds helped them to a 3-0 victory. Goals from Schneidlin, Herrera, and Wayne. Once a blue, always a blue. Rooney.
Wee.
So, Paul, what happened? What changed?
Well, I've got 2 words written right down in front of me now, which are tempo and direct. I mean, I think that just speaks for itself, really. It's because we lost to Arsenal 3-0. Van Gaal's obviously said to them, right, we're up for this. Let's get at them. Let's be aggressive. Let's get in the face. Play with tempo. Get the ball forward, which is what we should do before every game, to be honest. But every now and then it goes a bit wrong, like Arsenal. But against Everton, we started pressing them. Didn't give them any time on the ball. It's just the obvious stuff that people talk about with football, but rarely gets done. And I think we did it. Did the basics well. Finished well. I thought Herrera played really well in the advanced role, which is.
He was in for Memphis, was he?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he put Martial to the left.
Yeah. And I made the point the other day that I think Herrera played a ball through to Rooney. Rooney ran through and scored.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny, but we don't score goals like that anymore because the passes need to be perfect, and it was. So
I think that comes from. I mean, number 10. I like my number 10 to be. I've always said I like Mata down the middle. I don't mind him on the right, but I like Mata down the middle because he plays a through ball, and some of the best number 10s in the league. You look at Fabregas and Silva and people. They just thread the balls through. And when you get Rooney there, doesn't like doing that, and he doesn't like shooting anymore. So you think, what is he actually doing? And you look, and all he's doing is feeding it right and left. He just feeds it to Memphis, feeds it to Mata. That's all he does these days. And I don't know, he doesn't look to play too many 1-2s. He just it's always sideways, isn't it, with Rooney?
Yeah.
But that's the difference when you have Herrera in there, or Mata, for instance. The more direct, as you say, playing those balls.
So I'm really impressed with that. Great response after the disappointing loss to Arsenal. But let's kick on from here, though. Let's not have another situation in a few weeks where we play the equivalent of Arsenal and we don't start properly again. Let's keep going now.
Yeah. Sam, happy with the result?
Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah. I was worried. Could have gone very wrong if we'd lost to Everton. I think. It could have been a bit of a downhill spiral, especially with the derby coming up.
Yeah.
But amazing result, 3-0. Everton haven't been bad this season at all, so good result. I was glad to see that we had 4 defenders playing in defence as well.
Yeah.
Rather than Young or Valencia, we had 4 actual defenders in defence. I think that made a big difference.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, Darmian's going to be the man for right back, isn't he?
Absolutely.
I mean, they've tried to jiggle it about a bit, obviously with Shaw's injury, but for me, I would probably just play. I said Rocco centre back at the start of the season, but I'd play him left back now. Plays there for Argentina, doesn't he? Darmian right back, and then you can choose either Blint or Jones to go with Smalling, who's on fire. I mean, you just got to stick with that, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I agree.
solid.
Man of the match.
Herrera.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Herrera.
Goal and assist.
I think
Played very well.
Just lively, as he always is.
Smalling had yet another game, a very good game.
Yeah.
We're literally mentioning him every week, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's
he's doing really well.
if the season finished tomorrow, he'd get United's player of the season, wouldn't he? Smalling. But,
you probably. I think he's on. I think he's on course to make the PFA Team of the Year centre back as well.
I think you might be right.
So far.
Yeah. Much to City's dismay.
Who would you put there with him?
Well, as of now, let me have a think about it.
Struggling, aren't you? Koscielny, maybe.
Yeah, he's only just come back from injury.
Yeah.
Company's
in
the Premier League.
For a bit, wasn't he?
Company's been solid in the Premier League, hasn't he?
Well, he was injured, wasn't he?
He's been out a few weeks.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a lot of centre backs. Just put Blint in there, sorted. Right. Okay, so Sunday is the big one. Manchester Derby. As United welcome their brother from another mother, City, for a mouth-watering top-of-the-table clash. And with United just 2 points behind their rivals, it really is winner takes all.
So early as well.
It's so early. It really is. It's almost too early, isn't it? But Aguero and Silva look to miss out. But De Bruyne and Sterling hitting form, so obviously that balances out. And bar a blip at Arsenal, United looks solid through the middle at the back. Martial gives us pace and attacking options, so shaping up to be a fantastic game, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I can't call it out. I can't call it. You've got to help me out.
Oh, I think we've got to beat them at home. We've got to beat them, especially with Aguero and Silva out, because you've got to assume they'll be back for the away fixture. I wouldn't be able to call it if Aguero and Silva were in the team, but because they're not, I'm maybe foolishly confident that I think we can get a result. I think Smalling will have Boney in his back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
I think Darmian will do a job as Sterling. He goes wanting in big games.
Yeah.
I think that clash.
Yeah.
It's all in the first 10 minutes. If Sterling dances past him and Darmian's getting a yellow, then it's a game changer. But
exactly what Sanchez did, wasn't it?
Yeah, but if he keeps him in the back pocket for half an hour, he'll have him there, won't he?
Yeah. You're gonna. It'd be interesting to see who plays holding midfielders, because one of them's gonna have to do a job on Kevin De Bruyne. He's been very good. I think we'll win. We'll win. I think Martial will score. I'm going to call it.
Oh, imagine.
The kid they hadn't heard of.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard of him for years, obviously.
Clearly.
But there you go. But no, I think it will be close. It'd be interesting to see who United and City play Wednesday evening. Because obviously, are they going to rotate the teams? Both need to win in Europe, and then both need to win in the league.
The game's on Sunday, isn't it? So we've
Yeah.
got an extra day. So I think the teams in Europe on Wednesday might be pretty much full strength.
Yeah.
Because then you've got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off, and the game's in Manchester, so there's no travelling. So I would assume it will be full teams on Wednesday.
Both times. Yeah.
We've got a bit of a distance though tomorrow night, haven't we? Moscow.
We've got to go to Moscow, yeah.
Sorry.
City home to Sevilla, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
£5 tickets, I think. I saw again.
Really, that much?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, started charging again.
Oh right.
It's got a couple of goals. It started charging.
I'd take a draw on Sunday, by the way.
cheek of it.
You take a draw
Yeah, I would.
at home.
Yeah, I'd take a draw. And then hope that City would drop silly points during the rest of the season.
I don't think they will though. They look a stronger outfit this season.
Yeah. Right, this is the part of the show where normally we welcome Sutty's Thought of the Week. But that absolute rock star is off at practice with his band tonight, the Legion of the George Forest, so he can't make it. So instead, we're gonna start the first instalment of a brand new, exciting feature.
Wow!
Where we'll create our greatest ever United team ever.
Football.
Yeah, football, Paul. So, let's get the ground rules sorted. It can be any player from Manchester United ever. Okay.
Okay.
So any player ever. Formation. Let's discuss this quickly. Now, obviously, you had your 5 backs and your 5 forwards back in the 60s. You've had 4-4-2 through the 80s, 90s. Nowadays, we have what 4-5-1 or 4-2-3-1, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we saying, boys? It's got to be 4-4-2, isn't it?
I think 4-4-2 for something like this.
No.
Sam.
4-2-3-1.
Oh wow.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
If you
Throwing it out there.
Imagine if you said to Bobby Charlton, "Can you play in the middle of a 4-2-3-1?" He'd be like, "What? I don't get it."
He actually wouldn't get it, would he?
No.
Too many Guinnesses.
Been outvoted.
I think go 4-4-2.
Let's go 4-4-2.
It's nice and simple.
And
Okay.
it's the name of a magazine.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh, it is, isn't it?
The 4-4-2 magazine.
Good point. Okay. Right. Let's start with the goalkeepers. Okay. Start from the top. Are
we doing the whole team?
Just the goalkeepers.
No, just the
Goalkeepers
goalkeepers tonight.
this week.
Okay. Okay. So, I guess there's obviously you've got Peter Schmeichel, Van der Sar.
In my brain, I've got 4 goalkeepers.
Go on.
2 you've just said: Van der Sar, Peter Schmeichel, David De Gea, and Alex Stepney. Used to take penalties and played a lot of games for Man United.
A lot of games.
A lot of games. Probably played as many as Van der Sar. That needs checking, but yeah, I've got my answer in my head as my best ever keeper for United.
How long did Schmeichel play at United?
He joined us. Let me just get this right. I think he joined us in 1990,
Yeah.
and then he left in 99. So he was there 10 years.
Van der Sar
Got
was
him
about 6 years, wasn't it?
Got him in 05, and he left in 011 or 12. 011, I think. After we lost the Champions League final to Barca. So
011, yeah.
011.
Sorry, 011, that.
Yeah.
Well, 2-0-1-1.
Right, so 11. You left in 11.
2011.
Yeah, okay. Right, okay, so we're not going off longevity though, are we?
So it's a factor.
Yeah. What do you think, Sam?
Childhood hero, Schmeichel.
Yeah.
I know he was back in the early days. He was prone to a mistake, but some of the saves that he pulled off, just incredible. And his attitude, nobody would mess with him. It was just great to watch. I loved it. Loved watching him.
I think you're right. I think
He had more personality. I think.
Yeah.
It's between Schmeichel and Van der Sar.
Yeah.
in my
I think
opinion.
if Van der Sar, if we bought him earlier, before he went Fulham or before he went Juve, I think he'd be an absolute legend. You know, well, he's a legend kind of, isn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be up there with Schmeichel and the big legends in the club.
Yeah.
We just got him a little bit too late.
Yeah.
I mean, he won us the Champions League, for God's sake. He got
Yeah.
but I think it's just Schmeichel, isn't it? Round the table.
I'd go Van der Sar personally.
You would.
Yeah, I just think he was a better goalkeeper. As Sam mentioned, there's actually a video on YouTube. Actually, Schmeichel made a lot of mistakes at United, and he was behind a solid defence. He always had good defence.
As was Van der Sar most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vinicius
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Yeah, but then you had the equivalent.
Neville and Evra.
Yeah, but then we had the equivalent for Stam, Bruce and Palace made a good partnership for Schmeichel.
I think the difference was you had Van der Sar, who was, you'd say, a bit more mellow.
Yeah.
He was very solid, very consistent. Very rarely made a mistake, but he just did everything very well.
Yeah.
But then you had Schmeichel, who was more charisma, more attitude. He was prone to the odd mistake, but he'd pull off some ridiculous saves.
But I think Van der Sar would make better saves in terms of diving. Do you know what I mean? Like the fingertip, like we've seen De Gea do many times, the proper dives. Van der Sar, but with Schmeichel was more like you see Neuer. I mean, Neuer can do everything, but like you see Neuer and Joe Hart to an extent, people who make themselves big, big, strong shot stopper, good organisers.
Schmeichel one-on-ones was the best. I think that if you take him into the whole package, I think Van der Sar's distribution and catching was just outstanding.
I'm happy to be turned
by Fabian Barthez.
No.
Massimo Taibi.
Imagine being turned by Fabian Barthez.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm sticking with Schmeichel.
Are you sticking with Van der Sar?
Yeah, I think he's a better keeper.
It's on you, John.
I'm happy to be turned on this, but I don't.
I think if you really think about it and take it all into consideration, I think a lot of people would change from Schmeichel to Van der Sar. If you really thought about it.
I think Van der Sar had more ability, better saver, but I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to say Schmeichel. I don't know.
I'd rather go for a pint with Schmeichel.
Me too.
That's
right.
What's turning me.
I'm going to bottle bank it, and I'm going to go Van der Sar.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's locked in. Van der Sar. We'll do more next week. Go cracking on with the defence next week. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So we've got lots to get on with.
You,
well, it's tricky, isn't it?
Van der Sar.
So now it's time for game time with Paul Costello.
Right, it's game time. Right, this week it's John versus Sam in the game.
Head to head.
Head to head.
Mano v mano.
Only one winner. The game is the year game, and the actual name of the game is Use Your Ear. Like use your ear. Year.
Well done.
It's good that. Another one of them next week. Right, John. Questions for you first. All the answers are going to be years.
Okay.
Ready? You've got to get the exact years unless I tell you otherwise.
Okay.
What year did Beckham leave Manchester United? What year, not season?
2003.
Next question is, United played Arsenal away. We were 1-0 down and Roy Keane scored 2 very, very late goals to win us the game. What year was that?
Can I ask what tournament it was in?
Yeah, Premier League.
Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League. 1-0 down, Ljungberg scored, and Roy Keane scored 2 very late goals to win it for us.
Was that 2003?
Last question. What year did Andrei Kanchelskis leave Manchester United?
No, you're asking. Well, you actually are, aren't you?
What a player.
Yeah, great player. Pace.
I'm not sure. I will guess at 96.
Okay. And would you like to go for your bonus question?
I think I better add.
Okay. David Beckham once scored a free kick at Main Road to win a derby 1-0. He scored his free kick in the 2nd minute. What year was that?
I can picture it. I think he had bald hair at the time.
You can have 1 year either side with this one. So the exact year or 1 year before or 1 year after.
Okay, so I think that was the year 2000.
Okay, cool. Sam,
I'm ready.
your questions. Are you ready?
Born ready.
What year did Andy Cole leave Manchester United?
Ooh. 2001.
Okay. Next question is, what year did Ferguson arrive at Old Trafford? What year did Alex Ferguson start managing the Red Devils?
Is it 19... Is it 88? I think that might be well too early. That's way too early.
Final answer?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to take your next answer.
Okay. 91.
91, okay. Next question is: United got knocked out of the Champions League in the semi-finals against Dortmund. What year was that? Yeah. Got knocked out of the Champions League against Dortmund in the semi-finals. What year was that?
2000.
Okay. Bonus question?
Yeah, why not?
You better add.
I think I have.
Okay. What year did Joe Royle start managing Manchester City? You can have one year either.
Was this a Derby related question? Nice.
Sorry, who's John Royle?
Joe Royle, he was City manager. What year did he start? Bonus questions are
93.
Derby related. 93. Okay. Results?
Yeah, cheers.
If you don't mind.
Okay, John, you've won.
Yay!
You got 2 out of 4. Beckham left in 2003, correct?
Yeah.
Keane scored the winners in 2000, not 2003.
Right.
And Kanchelskis was 95. I think you said 96.
I did.
So you're unlucky there. But yeah, the Beckham free kick was in 2000. So well done. You got the bonus.
Did he have bald hair at the time?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cool.
Just became England captain as well.
Nice.
Sam, Cole left in 2001. You're
Yes.
right with that.
Yeah.
But
That's
Ferguson,
about it.
Sam Ferguson was
87?
86.
Was he?
Yeah, you were close with 88.
Balled it.
Dortmund, you said 2000, it was 98, year before the treble.
Yeah.
We went out in 2000 to Real Madrid. And Joe Royle was a tough question, it was 1998 that he started. Stated as a tough question.
Don't let it follow.
2001. So John wins that.
Don't follow City.
No.
Last question for you both. None of you will know this, but closest wins. Just an extra question. Of all the times United have played City and vice versa, there's been 50 draws. How many games do you think United have won, and how many games do you think City have won? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it.
How many games have there been? Oh, you not told me.
A bit of context, there's been 50 draws, if that helps.
Okay.
50 draws in United and City games of all time. How many do you think United have won, and how many do you think City have won?
I think it's close.
I'm gonna go.
Because even when they were third, they were still turning up for Derby Day, weren't they?
Yeah. I'm gonna go 70-60 to United.
I'll be honest with you,
It's got to be more than that if there's 50
I
draws.
don't know if this includes cups, I'll be honest with you.
That's fine, Paul.
I'm going to go.
It's got to be more than that, hasn't it? If there's 50 draws.
I'm going to go. 89 wins for United
Yeah.
and 57 for City.
What are you going to go, John?
I went 70-50. If I could go back, I'd go 90-70.
Okay. Sam was the closest. You're both a little bit out though. United have won 70 and City have won 49 and 50 draws. So, there you go.
Long may it continue.
More of that next week. Hope you enjoyed it.
I'm going to do an emergency question here.
Please do.
Wow.
I'm going to throw this in here. Which current Manchester United player do you think would make the best medieval swordsman?
Oh wow. Well, I think to be a swordsman, you need to be quick hands and good reflexes.
Fairly strong to
fairly
wield
strong
that sort of sword.
To wield that sword.
Yeah.
So
It's a big sword to wield.
yeah, you need. I think you need speed to be a swordsman.
So not Herrera
No.
Mata.
Speed would be archery, surely.
Why?
Hand speed. You need hand speed.
I think hand speed for
So
sword.
not like speed. I don't know. So not Herrera and Mata.
You need a little bit of grit and romance as well.
Yeah, I think you do.
You actually do.
So not Herrera and Mata.
No.
Okay. Who? Fellaini?
No. No.
I think he'd be great. No, he'd be a jouster, wouldn't he?
I actually think, I think
Chelsea.
Schweinsteiger might be alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
I can see him wielding a blade.
Him and Wazza, surely. Wazza, growing up in Crocky and Tocky, surely he's used to knives by now.
Or Rocco could be amazing.
Rocco.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's quite small though, isn't he?
I was going to say Rocco.
He's from the streets.
Maybe Rocky.
Right, should we make a crack team of Rocco, Rooney, and Schweinsteiger? Yeah?
Yeah, that'll do.
3
And then,
musketeers.
and then Mata and Herrera providing
Arrow support.
arrow support, yeah.
Yeah.
They could sharpen the blades, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dream team.
The lady could be Jester, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Right, so looking forward, United play CSK Moscow on Wednesdays. They look to gather momentum in their third Champions League group game. And all 4 teams are locked on 3 points. It's back to square one and gives us the opportunity to take control of the group. Sam, do you think we can win in Russia? Or do you think the travelling and stadium is going to be an issue?
Travelling will be an issue. It's a long way, isn't it? I'll be happy with a draw, in all honesty. Out there, I'll be happy with a draw and then just beat them back at home. They've got some decent players going forward, but they've got an aging defence. We should beat them. But
I think they're the worst team in the group, aren't they? Because we lost to PSV. We should have beaten PSV. We lost.
I would have said PSV were the worst.
Yeah. Possible.
But until
PSV
we
were the
play-
top seeds. PSV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until we played them, I thought that'd be the easiest game. It obviously wasn't. CS, they've got a good pace going forward. We should be able to deal with them. We should. But yeah, I'd take a draw over there.
I think we should look to beat them.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've got PSV and Wolfsburg. Surely they're the worst team, CSK, but people who struggled. Didn't City lose to them twice, or drew and lost them last year or something?
City can't handle the Champions League, can
No,
they?
they get scared by it, I think.
They bottle
And the
it.
fans as well.
They bottle it. Yeah, I think it's, you can't give the tickets away, can they? So
No.
that's the problem.
You can't buy Champions League success. You just can't. You need to earn it, and I don't think they've earned it.
Would you say you need grit and romance?
You actually do.
I think you need
And
a
history.
hell of a lot of romance.
Tell me one team that's won the Champions League that's not got history. Actually, tell me.
Can't.
Porto. That's the only one.
Oh no, there's probably some history.
They've
there.
got a bit of history.
There's got to be some history, hasn't it?
You've got to have history to win the Champions League. You actually do.
History. So
And City don't have it.
what score are we going with? 2-1 United, little blip. 1-2-1.
I don't know. What, it's difficult to call.
CSK.
1-0 in Russia.
1-2, 1 to us. Don't know.
Narrow victory, isn't it?
Yeah, tough one to
No,
call.
2-0.
2-0 United.
2-0 United.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Right, well, we've done lots of features tonight, so to mix it up a bit. So I think that's all we've got time for. So it just leaves me to say thank you to the panel.
Yep, pleasure.
Thanks for that, having me.
You're welcome. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll see you next time on The Red View.
Bye.